What happens when Santa Claus, a hostage family, a gang of mercenaries, and $300 million all end up in the same mansion? Santa's naughty list just got a whole lot longer, and he's delivering justice with a sledgehammer. Santa Claus is feeling bitter and worn out. He's been doing this job for centuries, and he has watched people become more and more materialistic and greedy. He's tired of enabling that behavior. So after he finishes this year's Christmas deliveries, he plans to retire for good. In Greenwich, Connecticut, Jason and his wife Linda, who aren't getting along these days, take their daughter Trudy to his mother Gertrude's big mansion. They're there for a Christmas get-together with the family. They overhear Trudy making her Christmas wish. She wishes that her family could come together again. She says this into an old walkie-talkie. Jason had given it to Trudy earlier, and he told her it was a direct hotline straight to Santa Claus himself. Meanwhile, there's a guard named Al who works at Gertrude's estate, keeping an eye on the place. Jason's sister Alva is also there, along with her boyfriend Morgan and her son Bert. Gertrude is supposed to pick one person to inherit all her money, and both Alva and Jason are hoping to be chosen. Bert has had some trouble at school. He was accused of harassment. Gertrude made it go away by paying off the school, and the school named a gymnasium after the family. Morgan, meanwhile, wants Gertrude to give him money so he can make a movie. While all this is going on inside the house, Santa Claus shows up at the estate. But at the exact same time, a group of mercenaries also arrives. They all have holiday-themed code names, and their leader is called Mr. Scrooge. Some of them are dressed up as caterers to sneak in. Once they're inside, they take the whole family hostage after killing all the staff working at the mansion. One of the mercenaries, named Tinsel, finds Santa hiding. Santa fights back and Tinsel starts shooting. The gunfire startles Santa's reindeer, and they fly away. Santa gets Tinsel tangled up in Christmas tree lights and pulls him out of an upstairs window. Tinsel gets impaled on a big icicle down on the ground floor. Now Santa is stuck at the mansion with no reindeer. He decides he's going to rescue Trudy and her family from Scrooge. Scrooge is after $300 million in cash that's locked in a vault inside the mansion. That money had been given to Gertrude by the U.S. government for her to hand out to dictators in the Middle East to keep the oil flowing smoothly. But instead, Gertrude kept the money for herself and claimed it got lost during the chaos of war. Scrooge brings in his vault expert, a mercenary named Sugarplum, to crack the vault open. Santa gets into a brutal fight with another mercenary named Frosty and kills him. After that, Santa takes Frosty's radio and finds Trudy's channel so he can talk to her. He also realizes that all the mercenaries are on his naughty list. Meanwhile, Scrooge finds out that Trudy has been talking to Santa on her walkie-talkie. Jason denies that Santa is real, which upsets Trudy. She runs past the kidnappers and manages to hide safely in the attic. Santa talks to her over the radio and reassures her. He then reveals that he used to be an ancient Viking warrior. His real name was Nicomund, and he had a favorite hammer that he called the Skull Crusher. Back then, he was greedy and only wanted jewels and wealth. Trudy encourages him to use his warrior skills for good instead. When Trudy brings up her parents and their problems, Santa says that grown-up relationships are hard. He tells her that he's been with Mrs. Claus for over 1,100 years, and even when you do everything right, sometimes the magic just fades away. Wounded Santa gets captured by Scrooge, who really hates Christmas. But Santa recognizes two of Scrooge's henchmen, Gingerbread and Candy Cane, and he knows their real identities. To prove he's the real Santa, he tells them their true names and also reveals exactly what they wished for at Christmas when they were kids, and Santa manages to escape using his magic. However, during the escape, his magical sack gets burned. Gertrude has a kill squad of her own, led by Commander Thorpe. They show up at the estate. Morgan, who was trying to escape through the woods, runs into them and gets killed. It turns out the kill squad is actually working for Scrooge. Scrooge tells Thorpe that there's a wild man in a Santa suit running around. Scrooge then checks the vault and finds it empty. He gets furious and threatens Linda. Scrooge had solid, ironclad information that the $300 million in cash was delivered to the mansion the day before, so the only explanation is that someone on the inside took it. Jason admits that he stole the money. He hid it in an outdoor nativity scene and planned to run away with his family. After years of begging and groveling to Gertrude, he finally realized he was ruining the only good thing in his life: his family. Gertrude forgives him and names Jason as her heir. She reveals that she stole the company from her own grandfather back in the day and declares that a Lightstone takes what belongs to them. The beta unit of the kill squad is sent to kill Santa. They find him hiding in a shed nearby. Santa finds a sledgehammer and uses it to take out the entire kill squad. Meanwhile, Trudy sets up traps just like in the movie Home Alone. She puts nails on the floor, saws off the steps of a ladder, drops bowling balls, spreads sticky glue on the floor, and scatters glass Christmas decorations all over the ground. These traps end up killing Gingerbread. Santa makes his way to the attic and arrives just in time. He kills Candy Cane before she can shoot Trudy. Downstairs, Alva, Linda, and Bert fight back. They stop Scrooge's order to kill the hostages by killing Krampus, one of the mercenaries. Santa brings Trudy back to Linda. Linda then distracts the remaining mercenaries outside by firing a machine gun at them. Santa gets close and starts attacking them with his sledgehammer. Scrooge and Thorpe escape into the woods, taking Gertrude and the money with them. Santa chases after them. He catches up and kills Peppermint, one of Scrooge's men. Linda kills another mercenary named Jingle. Trudy watches as her parents finally reunite. Meanwhile, Santa is tricked into going into a cabin by Scrooge, who finds Santa's naughty list and sees his own real name written on it. He realizes that Santa is actually real. Santa and Scrooge start fighting. Scrooge lands several hard, heavy blows on Santa. Then, even though Santa is seriously wounded, he uses his magic to fly straight up the chimney while still holding onto Scrooge. Santa's body gets mangled in the process, but Scrooge's body is crushed and mangled too, killing him. Thorpe shoots Santa, but Gertrude gets revenge and kills Thorpe. Santa is badly wounded from the gunshot. He tries to stay warm by burning some of the stolen money, but his injuries are serious, and he slowly starts to die. Trudy rallies her whole family together. She gets them to all affirm their belief in Santa. Their belief heals him and brings him back from near death. Santa is confused by the magic, but his faith is renewed. His reindeer return to him. He also finds a note from Mrs. Claus, a new gift sack, and his long-lost hammer, Skull Crusher. Santa says goodbye to Trudy and continues on with his Christmas deliveries. After everything is over, Bert makes a video blog next to one of the dead mercenaries. He tells his viewers that Santa is real and warns them to behave during Christmas.
Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.